all. Welcome to the world has digitized because of this pandemic, and so are we all sitting in front of your mobiles and your laptops. So I would like to thank this prestigious college because again this is an opportunity for me to interact with the aspiring engineers. Thank you, organizers. Thank you, Dr. V.V. Katti and the whole mechanical engineering team, the department, for organizing, for giving me an opportunity to share, my experiences and what best way I can contribute to these engineers who are going to, almost, I think June used to be the time when we all used to get graduated from the college. So namaste again. I think this gives a lot of positive energy when you hold both your hands, your palms, and you press it. So okay, so I'm Ajit Kamat, and I'm alumnus of, I would say, VDIT, because when we were the second batch and of mechanical engineering department, and I came in 2006 and graduated 2009. So in the next slide, you will know why it is 2006 and why it's 3 years graduation for me. Yeah. So my education goes with, I have completed my diploma in mechanical engineering, and due to which I could actually got a lateral entry to the lateral entry scheme. So I step into the second year of my graduation directly. So that's why it is 2006 to 2009, wherein I got graduated from VDIT. Post that, I didn't do a regular MBA, but I did a distance MBA, almost 2.5 years. That's a course. So I did it in MBA in operations management because I wanted to, explore. I was a mechanical engineering, but I thought my whole scope should be, my more interest was in operations management, so I just chose that. Okay, so I have a demonstrated history in working in FMCGs, that's a fast moving consumer goods. So I've been the feed, animal health, hygiene and nutrition. So wider guys will be amazed seeing a mechanical engineering student working in feed, animal health. So guys, this is an advantage of being a mechanical engineer. Okay, you have a lot of options to track. Okay, don't only think of I'll be working in an automobile industry or some design. So there are various ways for a mechanical engineer, right? So I work with Marico, it's a leading consumer care company. Then with Godrej. My previous company was Tata Global Beverages. Now it's Tata Consumer Products. After Tata Global and Tata Chemicals, they merged together to form Tata Consumer Products Limited. So I'm skilled in, my core skills goes into manufacturing and operational excellence, supply chain, customer service, plant P&L. P&L is basically profit and loss of a plant operation, and statutory and regulatory compliances for a plant operation. I'm passionate about lean manufacturing. So lean is basically how do you reduce waste at your workspace, the overall manufacturing activity. TPM, it's total productive maintenance. EHS is environmental health and safety and people management. So current role for me, I'm more into, this site heading role is more towards lean manufacturing and people management, EHS. So that's the reason I'm more passionate about, and I feel today that okay, I'm on a right track going forward. So I'm a certified lead auditor for ISO 14001:2015, which is related to EMS, that's Environment Management System, and OSHA's 18001. So this certification I had taken 2 years back. Currently, this OSHA's 18001 has been upgraded to ISO 45000. So that is related to safety management system. And I'm also an internal auditor for FSSC 22000. I'm also a member of Institution of Engineers India, and I'm a certified chartered engineer from the same organization. So that's why, when you have this chartered engineer or everybody can use ER. So ER is basically engineer. So you guys should be very proud. Rather, you put Mr. I think I would advise, always have the pride to put ER. That's engineer. Okay. So let's start. Okay. So the current COVID situation. And this is the latest updated as on date. We have 5 lakh cases. Okay, something to really worried about. But I don't think this is it. Okay, it's going to be lot. Okay, because it's a mutating virus. Okay, you have that. The reason because you are taking a lot of time to create a vaccine is this, because the virus is keep on changing its cells. That's the reason you prepare something, then you have something else. That's why the companies who are in a verge to manufacture are taking a lot of time. In terms of states, I think, of course, I'm currently working in Pune, and I think Maharashtra as a whole is the worst affected state in the country, with almost 1.5 lakhs. I think by today or tomorrow it's going to cross that figures. And current average, it's around what 15,000-16,000 cases per day. But we have been operating here since I'm currently working in animal health and nutrition. So we also have a segment of disinfectants. Hence, we used to manufacture hand sanitizers. So we have been, as a company, we as a factory here, we just shut for 1 week. That's it, 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks to be precise. And then we had to start our operations because we were falling under the essential goods. So we did a lot of CSR activities who are nearby COVID hospital. So when I had a discussion with a lady doctor there who is heading the operations, a prestigious hospital called Symbiosis. So I could get that this is not the end. Okay, it is expected August or mid of August can be the peak of this COVID. Okay, so it's going to be this is just 16,000 is just nothing, guys. Okay, so but what measures we have to take? We have to follow basic hygiene and keep a distance of hand and your palm. So sorry, the hand and your mouth. I think this is something which can prevent. But in terms of business, I think it is going to take at least 9 to 12 months to recover, to come out of this. But it's not something to be worried about. Okay, we had a global crisis during 2008 and 9. We were just passed out that time. I told you that I just passed it out in 2009. We had that issue as well. It was not quite easy to get a job. It was tough, but you should keep trying. You should have a passion in yourself that nothing is impossible. I have the skills. We should be proud that we are coming out from such an institution. Way back in 2009 and compared to 2019, I feel so proud that the institution VDIT has grown rapidly. An intake. I was discussing with Rashmi ma'am that from 60, way back it is, but almost to 120. So you can see the spike in terms of intake. So it's a great institution. So you all should be proud of it that you're coming out of this institution. But remember, an institution can help you to come out of the institution with knowledge. But how do you implement it is in your hands. It's your capabilities, whatever your professors, your teachers have given it to you. It's up to you. How do you utilize that, and how do you use it in your going ahead in your career, industrial career, or any kind of, maybe it's a corporate career. So it's up to you. All right. Okay. Few slides. I believe I had some feedbacks, and based on that, there were some concerns. How will be mechanical engineering? I'm telling you again, mechanical engineers are the safest still. Okay, because only reason you have diversified ways. Okay, you need not think of only one uh, space. Okay, look at this chart wherein this is when we say mechanical engineering, majority things of automobile industry. And okay, so that's why I thought, okay, let's take the condition of automobile industry. Okay, so you can see in 2008, wherein at 9.5% the whole demand was, and then this crisis came in 2009, exactly when we had graduated, which is what I was telling you. You can see that negative minus 22.6%. So you can see the annual growth. Germany, why I could take, it's because when you say mechanical engineers, majority are major automotive and design, all these, I mean Bosch, all these major companies who are into core mechanical engineering belong to these countries. Okay, but you can see the downtrend, but immediately you can see a very beautiful uptrend in 2010-11, and then it's okay. I mean, it's there is ups and downs, but okay, the nominal growth rate is good. I mean, you don't have a lot of variations. That's okay. I mean, that's any industry does have that ups and downs, but this is quite okay, I would say, right? Now you see 2019, okay, COVID-19. So wherein you can again see that there is a downtrend, which is the figures are not there because this year has not been concluded, right? But the projections goes again, you can see it is going behind minus 22.6. This is, but we are positive that again it is going to go up. Okay, so nothing to worry about. After every failure there is a success. After, I would say, after every dip there is a rise. Okay, so you just don't dip and you keep going in, right? You come out, you try to come out. So definitely the industries are also going to do the same. So that's how the things goes. But what were the things which got affected and how did it happen? Now you can see in the slide, I have put a lot of contents because since we are interacting through online, that's why I thought maybe I put a lot of contents in the slides, which normally I don't do. However, okay, so you can see what are the things how it has impacted. One is the production stops. Of course, it has stopped. I told you that since we fall under essential goods, we are today operating. Okay, but there were companies, I think automobile industries in and around Pune itself. I think they have started somewhere. They have mid of May, not even mid of May, June 1st is what they actually got to start. Tata Motors, Mercedes-Benz, a lot of companies. Okay, however, which survived. I mean, that I'll definitely tell you in the coming slides. So why do they stop? One is the fear of the transmission. Okay. Second is supply shortage. It's not that the company says I want to operate, but company operates from a supply chain. It's not the industry will you have money, you have revenue, and you can run the company. No, you are linked. You should have a demand, you should have, and only then you have a supply. So the demand came down. Okay, there are 2-3 reasons here. One is the customer wants went down. Okay, so what are the direct impact? The production stops. Why? The company cannot build inventory, right? They just can't build cars or any products and just keep it in their godown. It has to move. That's the reason what happened, the production stopped. Then the supply, you need a lot of other spares and parts from the market. So that supply stopped because there was a lockdown. Many, I would say you, what again impact has come. Again, I'm in working in the essential goods, but still the impact is on us. Not a very large impact. Of course, there is. I would not say zero impact, but there is impact. How we had certain investment plan. Okay, capex is nothing but capital expenditures. Okay, so this has been postponed. Like we had an implementation of an ERP system in the manufacturing line, but we had to postpone it because the company has decided globally that we won't do any investments, at the end of the year, till the end of the year. Maybe starting next, we'll be thinking of how do we plan it ahead, right? You can see a couple of other factors. China growing more slowly than expected due to trade wars, less domestic growth, and COVID-19. Okay, it started from China, everybody knows that. But Chinese, they could uh, tackle it well, maybe because of the discipline, maybe because of the law. They have started ramping up. Uh, Even in India, the situation was, I think I still remember, March 25th or 26th, we went under lockdown. So there were certain, gaps. I would still say there were certain gaps wherein industries were not clearly guided whether to start, what is to be done. It took a lot of time, a lot of discussions between the ministry and the manufacturing giants. How do we progress? Then there was a pressure of, the government had passed an ordinance saying that no salary cuts, you cannot terminate an employee. So a lot of these things came in picture, but I think ultimately it is up to a manufacturing giant or manufacturing industry to decide, right? Because the government won't fund them. So then there was another ordinance passed somewhere on end of May, sorry, quite, I mean, 2 months, but end of May, wherein they said, okay, it's up to the industry to take a call. However, we would still insist not to terminate, but we can reduce your salaries or things like that. Okay. Hopefully, this industry wasn't, but many automobile industries, many core, even IT industries. Okay, there has been done some kind of salary cuts, 10%, 20%, 50%. This is what maximum many industries have done. A few have taken off their official leave. You earn leaves, okay, when you work for a company, of course not during the probationary period or during your internship, but when you get employed, you get certain paid leaves. For a month you get around 2 leaves per month, so maybe 24 leaves. So they could utilize your own leaves. Of course, we were we were we had to give. Okay, thing is that anyways you cannot uh, avoid, and second thing is, what are you going to do of those leaves? That's the second concern, because while I think I belong to a coastal town in Karwar, and I will not be able to go maybe till the end of the year, and even if I go, situation is like I have to spend 14 days there, and after coming here I have to spend 14 days here. So 1 month will just go in my leave. So there's no meaning in it, right? So that's why, okay, we get the salaries, but so these were certain things which were done. I would not say rigorously, but maybe this was a requirement. We have to. It should be two-side support. We have to also support the industry during that tough times. Okay, we shouldn't only think of our own job. Or important is that we are secured in the job. Okay, salaries will come and go, but important is we should be secure. Okay. So sectors affected and job sectors to look for. Okay, but what I would say is this is not only, it's not, I said essential products are not affected, but the damage actually, yes, it has caused for the overall business, for everyone in the economy. Okay, it's not at one or particular sector of the industry. But however, there will be recoveries. As I told you, things will go down, but there is a possibility that it's not only a possibility. Definitely, the industry will be back on track. Okay, so nothing to worry. You have just you're about to pass out, so nothing as such. Glad you should be. Sometimes I would say that somewhere it didn't stuck up in August or September. It would have been a more, because see, we spoke about February. It started all from February, and it is now what, July. We are almost into July, and it is still not the peak. Imagine if it was started in August, September, it would have been even more worse. It would have gone to the next financial year as well. So things should improve is what I feel. I told you that 9 to 12 months, but already some 2-3 months have crossed. I think it should go maybe till next end of this year. Things should improve, right? However, there are few industries which I told you earlier that you can still take a chance. Okay, and how do we, I normally specify, or I would say it in V, U, and a bathtub curve. Okay, don't go into the technicality of a bathtub curve. I mean, when you say a bathtub curve, it is something related to reliability engineering, which is a different topic altogether. Okay, why I call it V shape, why I related it. I don't know how many are peculiar with the share markets. Okay, share markets are not only to earn money. Okay, guys, it can be useful for you to find your next job. Believe me. All right, don't now it's not the time to think of investing and getting money. Of course, who have a passion, they can do that, but while I look forward, it's not only about earning money. You have to go, you have to identify which companies you are interested, the sectors you are interested, and then you can think over it, go through the websites. I would say, and I can share in the comment section later. But share markets are also something wherein you can understand, you can study the industries, how they are facing, how they are going forward. So that's why I said VU bathtub curve, and this will be very clear when you see a any stock market. You take for example Marico. Okay, you can see, if you see the trend, just you need to Google it, Marico share price. You will understand the trend, how it went down in March and then how it is going. So I would say it was in a V shape. Okay, it is a FMCG company, but it was in a V shape because it could recover, because there is a demand. You will not stop using. Marico is a brand which gives Parachute, Saffola. So these are into more, set weight. So these are your essentials, right? So you are not going to stop it. So these are industries which will pick it faster than the other industries. So let me, this is again this is my understanding, okay, of this whole scenario. So bathtub curve, what are those? Hospitality, automobiles, retail, real estates, aviation, and tourism will have adverse effects for sure. Hospitality. You tell me, are you going to book an 3 nights 4 days holidays to Goa anytime soon in the next 6 months? No, right? Because you will feel uncomfortable. You feel that I'm at a risk, guys. I don't know which hotel, who might have stayed there. So a lot of things, a lot of thoughts come into your mind. So definitely, so hospitality, automobiles. Tell me, your income level is low. Are you going to invest buying a car? Are you going to invest buying a automobile, or sorry, a bike or anything? No. Whatever you have, you will say, okay, bike still, yes, okay, but not, you'll think of a car. So that's the reason the car industry has been on a bathtub curve. It is going to take some time, okay, to recover. Retail, when I say, I would say malls, Reliance Mall or More or any such, they are shut already. And this is going to take time. Real estates, of course, aviation and tourism, of course, they had. Aviation is not going to recover soon. Of course, the flights have started, but aviation depends on tourism, right? Otherwise, there will be only business persons like us who is going to travel. Otherwise, when there is a growth in tourism, there is a growth in aviation. U-shaped. U-shaped is IT. Of course, IT was also affected because when you have your US, UK, all these office shut, definitely you don't have the Indians who are sitting in the Bangalore or Pune or Delhi offices. They don't have work either, right? So it has also taken a time, but it is recovering. Logistics, yes. So specialty chemicals, yes, because when you have to prepare a disinfectants, maybe those are the industries which are going to recover faster compared to these bathtub industries, right? Pharma, FMCG. So these are something which it is going to take time. So your focus can be currently, I'm sure few are with a passion of joining an automobile hub. Yes, of course, but guys, keep trying. I'm not saying that don't do, but your focus, I believe, should be on the U and V shape for now. Maybe in future you can change the path. It's not that today I join an automobile company, I'm going to retire at the age of 58 from an automobile company, right? That's not the case in today's world, right? You are going to explore, you have to experiment in your career. So U and V is something I think you have to look forward. You can see the V-shaped digital and internet economy. My God, I mean, telecom, they have picked up online shopping. I mean, people who never went to buy something from Big Basket or Grofers or all kind of stuff like this, medicines, everything was available online. So people started. Okay, there was restriction on that as well because okay, they are also dependent on logistics, right? Uh, Amazon delivery or there are few firms which Amazon and Flipkart, they are also dependent on something, right? So they were affected, but still they come under that U and V shape, right? Amazon is, I was quite amazed, in between the lockdown, this news came that Amazon is creating 50,000 seasonal jobs across India for its fulfillment and delivery network. So, I mean, you see there is layoffs and you see there are, in this V shape, there is people are recruiting as well. Hiring is on. Hiring is on in the insurance industry, banking, financial services. Of course, there are. So you have a scope to play between U and V, right? So this is what will be my experience, which I could study and which I could today present to you. Here are few companies which are hiring today. I don't know how many are aware about Byju's and Check. Uh, you'll be amazed. Check is something, I'm not much into Byju's. Byju's is a learning app, but Check is something which will pay for you. Okay, sitting at home, there are a lot of segments in Check. They ask for a certain experience. How they need a basic thing required is a graduation, but then later which field of graduation, and there will be students like you. Okay, now you are not a student once that 30 June or guys, once 1st July or something comes, you're graduates, right? So once you are graduates, definitely you can proudly say I'm a BE mechanical engineer, right? So Check is a platform where you have to answer few queries. I mean, to be honest, I do it. Whenever I get time, because it keeps me occupied. With whenever I get some free time, I just log in into Check and I just answers. But to be honest, not many project management or life cycle management questions, but something more related to overall operations management. So these will be few questions, and you get paid for each questions, and it's nice. I'll tell you why, because you keep occupied your mind, and it's not a full time. It's something you can just do, and then maybe you can keep your 1 hour, 2 hours per day for the job hunting. Other industries you can find, Flipkart, Godrej, HP, of course. I mean, it's not for industries, for mechanical engineers. But again, it's not completely okay. You have the scope. One of my friend, my classmate, not in VDIT, but my schoolmate, I would say. She was a biotechnologist and she's working with Cognizant, okay, and she's abroad. So, and that's how it goes. So nothing, I mean, there's nothing that, I'm a mechanical engineer and I should get a mechanical engineering job. Nothing. I mean, it's your passion, okay? You studied, of course, you studied because of a passion, but how it goes forward is up to you, right? Okay, so coming to this crisis, how do you deal with it? One simple thing, search for a job, okay? So when do you do it? I mean, your chances improve when you start early. That's it. as simple as that, right? Job first, guys, choice later. Please, when you are starting your career, don't write a diary and be ready that okay, I need this job only. If not, oh, I'm not going to go for it. I need a what do you say, trainee mechanical engineer. I need mechanical designation or a word in my offer letter. Only then, no. Be ready for any kind of job. And when I say any kind, it doesn't mean that you're completely out of mechanical engineering. Okay, there are still one of my own classmate in VDIT is an I think is an sub officer or something in SBI, State Bank of India. All right, he's doing well. I mean, when I say, but what help? Maybe some accounts is there in SBI, right? And you have also some subject, right? So you can. Why can't you use? Of course, there is a possibility. If he thought of okay, I'll be a mechanical engineer, but maybe I'll work in banks. It's a person's choice. Okay, he took time. Okay, guys, he took. I mean, 2009, 2010. I think end of 2010 he could find out. So his target was a probationary officer in SBI. He tried that, he got it. So it depends. Okay, so don't be focused only on your preferred domain. Digital skills, yes. See, today it's a time of crisis, but your digital skills focus on online technologies. Jobs. There are jobs which requirement is to work remotely. So some ERP softwares like SAP, very beautiful ERPs, enterprises planning. So these softwares, I think you can study. These are available. These are courses available. JD Edwards is of Oracle. So these are few modules. There are various modules into it. Okay, material planning, production planning, purchasing. So there are various quality thing. So there are various modules in it. Which is your choice? Now here you can make a choice. Okay, I want to be a purchase manager. I want to be a material manager. I want to be a production manager, manufacturing manager. So here you have choices. Okay, and but depends. Okay, what gets you to more interest. Otherwise, guys, forget the top three. Focus on the next degree. Okay, I would say, I did a BTech. I think market is not good for me. Maybe it is going to take some more time. Why don't I do a distance learning of 1 year course? Maybe I opt for a master's. PhD is far, but still, why not? I mean, it's a long process. But what I'm saying you is, during this time you can think of it. Next degree, maybe a diploma in operations management, a PG diploma, things like this you can opt for. Okay, and they come for a very low cost, so why not? Online learning, so lot of things are available online. There are many certifications. I mean, 3,000 4,000 bucks you can spend. Don't put a lot of pressure on your parents. I would say, Papa, I want that 1 lakh course. Okay, I want that 50,000 course. No, I mean, look, if you want really that 50,000 course, okay, but it comes at a cost, right? And you cannot afford after 4 years of your education again, put an additional pressure on this on your parents to get an additional course. So research it. If you find really worthy, there are institutions where they say, okay, 50,000 is our course fees, 6 months course, 1 year course, maybe related to design. That you have choices, okay, but do a proper research, guys. Only then attempt. There are companies who blindly say, institutions, sorry, do this 100% placement, and at that 6th month, guys, you are very well, but market is down, so you can't. Okay, so these are the chances, but be prepared. Okay, even they don't do you 100%, you should be in a situation wherein you get out at the 6th month, start at the 7th month, and you find a job at the 8th month. So at least that capability, that kind of certification will help. Okay. Next point I would talk about is how do we do a job search? A difficult question, but I would say network. Networking is something which will help, guys. Okay. Social media, I'm sure you guys are watching from your mobile, and everybody in their mobile will have an Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. No, but for sure you'll not be having currently LinkedIn, Naukri, Monster. So guys, time to shift from first to second and third. Okay, LinkedIn, Naukri.com, Monster, Freshers World is a wonderful website where you can, I used to during that time. I think I started to June was our we 30th June or something. I don't remember when we received our results. But I used to search that from 1st of June, Freshers World. What is there? Where is the job? And then, since I was from coastal town, I told you my first preference was Goa. Okay, just next nearby, let me go there and I will find a job. So, this used to be kind of, so that action you should have. How do we do? Okay, but networking important. Get in touch with seniors, who had passed out in 2019. Maybe these people also you can get in touch. Okay, reach out to recruitment agencies, but ensure it is located in metro cities. Okay, don't find out a recruitment agency located in maybe Udupi or Shimoga. Kind of find out somewhere in metro cities: Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, Hyderabad. So these cities you have a more professional recruiters, and they can really get you the right job. Okay, so keep applying, and there are many. Develop relevant and trending skills. Guys, tell me, you learned about this. Okay, tell me, when was the last time did you perform a SWOT? The question and answers section, I think it's not activated, but SWOT, I'm sure many are aware: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Okay, please do that for your own self. Okay, what are your strengths? What are your weakness? What are the opportunities where I can try for, and what are the threats do I have? Very important, guys. Think on this. Okay, lay it on a paper. Maybe put 4 quadrants: SWOT, jot down. What are my strengths? Where my passion go? I mean, where is my passion? So definitely this is going to help. This will be this SWOT analysis will help you find where should I target. Okay, improve your soft skills. They say Hindi mein baat karo, ya local language is also required. Whatever it is, I would prefer English and Hindi. Okay, ensure that you are very good at it. Okay, Kannada, Marathi, Gujarati, Telugu, Tamil, of course they are, but those come basically from our mother tongue, or we are native of it. Okay, but English, Hindi is basic requirement. Okay, ensure you have a very nice communication skills, guys. You can connect people like the way I am doing today to you. You can connect each other through your soft skills. How well it is, you can take a job. Okay, it's equally important. Identify your core skills and competency related to the field you seek employment. See, where here I am talking about, define your what you want to do. Okay, which sector you want to try. Take up online courses. I give you these sites: Udemy, Coursera, Edstack, vSkills. This can on your skills, you can put it on your resume. Guys, these are accepted. Okay, this is accepted courses from from these websites. I would say these are preferred. Okay, take up remote freelance jobs or internships. Google it, you will get freelance jobs around you. That also you will find. Okay, so freelancing is a wonderful opportunity. Also, you can do that. You can find out, and again, internet is going to help it around, right? Be proactive in reaching out to companies. Write to as many firms with your CV. Okay, why not? I mean, every website, go to any websites, you will find a contact us. Okay, just go into it, put your resume, let it be in their job data bank. Whenever as and when they find out, they will get. Okay, so reach out. Okay, don't keep. I mean, this should be your skills now. To how to get a job, right? Look behind the traditional avenues. Explore startup. What I meant by this, मुझे ना टाटा मोटर्स में चाहिए, नहीं तो अशोक लैंड, यही चाहिए, टीवीएस, यही चाहिए, नहीं तो नहीं, because I'm a mechanical engineer. Yeah, how do I go to some some metal industry or no? I want very specific job. So try to don't do that. Okay, look beyond it. Okay, startup jobs, why not, guys? It is going to give you experience how to deal with risk. These are the startups which will give that. Okay, in a big company you're not going to get this kind of exposure what you're going to get in a small company. Okay, so think beyond. Let you get a contract employment part-time, that's okay. That adds to your capabilities, nothing to worry. Okay, you get it in on contract role, 6 months, 1 year, go for it, not a problem, but don't sit idle. Okay, because you know that proverb, right? Okay, engage in content writing, blogs, finance related work. Could work on those skills and get opportunities in that space. See, until you don't attempt, okay, you will not get interest to it. When you attempt, who knows, today you say that I want to be go to a mechanical engineering industry only, but who knows, guys, that you started writing content writing and you turn to be a blog writer. Who knows? I mean, that can be your passion. It can turn to your passion. You are doing some finance job, accounting or something, of course that has been taught to us, I told you previously, and your balance sheet, why not? It's up to you. I told you about my friend who is working in bank. So choices is up to us. How we utilize is up to a person's capability. Learn a foreign language, why not? You can do that. And I'm in a French company currently, and I am trying to learn some kind of French. It's going to take time because it needs passion. Okay, so we can do that as well. When to apply? ASAP. Okay, that's how we call in corporate. As soon as possible. Don't wait that COVID जाएगा and then I'm going to apply. अभी time अच्छा नहीं है. शायद मेरा resume जाके अभी कोई देखेगा नहीं HR वाला. Don't go into that. Okay, resumes, keep modifying, keep building, keep make it as good as possible. Okay, big employers, as I told you, they have quite rigid timetabling. April में छोड़ेंगे. We used to, I mean, guys, we also went through all this. Okay, we used to think, जब हम बात करते 2009 का बोल रहा हूँ, तो it used to be like, अरे अभी दिवाली में ना लोग जंप करते हैं, तब ट्राई करेंगे. These are the things. This normally goes. अभी भी सुनते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. But don't wait for all that. My suggestion would be keep applying. अभी भी लोग job छोड़ते हैं in this situation. You'll not believe, and then they find out a new job as well. So situation is not something based on specific. Okay, and smaller companies, good part is they keep hiring because people learn and then they shift to something better. Okay, and that's where you need to focus. Remember, companies have postponed, okay, or freezed hiring. Even for my company today, hiring is freezed, okay, but they haven't cancelled. Okay, this is very important. Okay, and one more thing is, skills and intelligence helps, okay, but trust and integrity is very important. And when you go to a, I would say, you go to an interview, how do you do that? How do you create is very important. When you with the interviewer, you need to start thinking on these things. Interview preparations, quite, I mean, I'm sure many must have gone through or tried along all this, but it's important that the format of interview is very important. And today face to face is I don't think it is going to take time for face to face. So everything will be through some video. We see what we say, video conferencing or things like that. So be prepared. Okay, so what is the format? What should I do? How should I be ready? What if I face today even, I mean, it started very smoothly because your Rashmi ma'am, in the morning itself, we did a trial of the session so that, the attendees don't face a difficulty. Okay, so we could start very smoothly, right? So very important, while you face a video interview. So what are the things? Okay, but mark these points. Okay, test your Zoom, Skype, WebEx, whatever. Okay, the employer says, be ready with this, right? Pick up a good spot, dress well. Don't say that, I am VCA, थोड़ी boot shoot पहन के जाना है. Of course, boot is not required, but dress well. Okay, be prepared. Your body language is very important. Don't lean and peek into the webcam and ऐसा नहीं. Sit straight, be comfortable, and you will be comfortable when you are prepared well. Okay, no matter which role and company you are being interviewed, positive attitude always help. Guys, keep a smile. Okay, coming to this, for practice virtual mock interviews, how many of you in the last 3 months, okay, have you practiced interviews? This will help boost up your confidence. How do you do that? Maybe pick a friend, pick your mom, dad, brother, anybody from the family. Okay, COVID में सब तो घर में ही थे, right? Your dad, mom. Don't be shy. Be open and face the. I would say face your mom, dad, your brother, anybody. If nothing, then face a wall, guys. But build that confidence in yourself. What will be the potential mock interviews? How it be? So it helps. There are lot of even on Facebook you'll find few links for mock interviews. YouTube is a very beautiful medium to understand mock interviews. What are the questions? How do how do they ask? There will be a panel. Very beautiful. Try a mock interview for your own self, right? Because assessments, psychometric tests, these are all part of few reputed organization. I would not say every organization does kind of psychometric test and all, but be prepared, all right? Because as I told at the end, like see, industries also have to follow some rules. Very important. Plan, but don't plan too many things at a time. Okay, already there is a turbulence in the economy, and finding job itself is a task on its own. So that's why I said repeatedly, keep an open mind, explore multiple options, be open to opportunities. So only then, and don't be discouraged. Okay, don't lose hopes. This interview I lost, so I don't know what is going to happen. I think that's it for me. No. Okay, my parents used to always say that look at it. If something is passing out of you, don't think that it's at the end. Okay, maybe it's not your door. All right, there will be opportunities. Keep going. Don't give up. It's just a matter of time. Okay, things will be in my favor, and definitely I feel that it's right. These are, you can get it anywhere. Okay, but few interview questions important as a fresher. A crisp and a unique self-introduction. Don't go and start, hello sir, I am so and so, and I studied from this college, and I passed with 70%. That's it. That's it, sir. Try something unique. Okay, what did you do in your education time? How many seminars did you present? Where did you go? You can be still, I mean, there's nothing wrong to say that I attended one interview, sir, but I couldn't, these were my lagging points, then I could work upon it, and today I'm more confident. So be open, that is going to help. Okay, these are few questions. You can maybe take a screenshot or maybe write it down. How would you describe yourself? What are your achievements, greatest failures, strength, weakness, your hobbies? Why should we hire you? And then job specific question. These are general questions, but when it comes to job specific, very important that what role have you applied? Was it in a production, in a maintenance job, in a quality, in a design, stores? Study these specific jobs. I would say questions which may come, like production you are applying. Be ready with something. What is PPIC? Okay, how do you do it? Production planning and inventory control. So you should be prepared. Job scheduling. What is mass production? What is batch production? So these are things which you should prepare. Maintenance. Okay, what is gears, motors? बहुत कुछ आता है, right? And how does basic things, 3-phase, single phase. So there are electrical questions which may come. Okay, you should be and we mechanical engineers are I would say famous, I would say, for the all-rounders. We can do many things, right? Because we have basic electrical, every knowledge we have, quality, design. So try, explore. Okay, coming to what is government doing? I think the government of India recently, in mid of May, I think they announced a very big package, almost 10% of India's GDP, guys, in structural reforms in 8 sectors, 20 lakh crores. I would say it was just an oxygen to MSMEs. MSMEs, because I mean the loss is huge. Okay, so 45 lakhs crores. This is not going to 45 lakh MSMEs have been benefited, but it is not going to be. As I told you, it's an oxygen. But okay, it's fine. I mean, when there is nothing, there is something. Okay, so this is going to help. And there are loans which are being given by the government of India, and that too with without a guarantee, so which is very good. I mean, so this is wherein the people will trying for the industries will pace back how to improve and things like that. Okay, plus a recent plea has been given to all companies by the Ministry of Human Resource, so whoever have been recruited, okay, so not to withdraw their offers because of COVID-19, because government do understand that these are going to the particular tricks by any industry. Oh, okay, COVID ho gaya hai, nahi, business bahut loose hai, so I'm not be able to run the business. So these are possibilities, okay, but don't. That's why this has been this directions have been come from the ministry. There was one feedback asking for safety concerns. How do I travel around? Guys, don't worry. Your employer is concerned about this. Okay, it is their responsibility to take the bestest measures, preventive measures to ensure that the employee is safe. Okay, so industries have been directed to follow. I mean, even when we started in mid of April, okay, we shut around April, March 25th, 26th, and when we started back on April 10th. So we had to follow, we had to get the permissions, and with limited capacity. Currently it is 50%. I think we started our operations with 15%. Okay, so with 15%, kya hoga? I mean, okay, but I think we could still, the team here could do something, could produce something. So that's how it is. Post lockdown, things will improve, industry will ramp up their operations, and definitely things are going to improve. These things are the symptoms, how it spreads, now. What are the preventions? Very clear. Okay, do this. Trust me, nothing is going to happen. Okay, it's just a fear psychosis where you feel. I'm coming to office almost 3 months now. Since the start I'm outside, but it's up to you. How do you take precautions? Definitely there is nothing to worry about. Okay, then comes this peculiar question: salary kitni milegi? Guys, at the start, don't focus on salary. Okay, I started personally with I think 7,000 or 8,000 per month salary. My journey was again, I got a job in Gujarat, and I was like, it was June itself. I could apply. It was very different role. It was something as a to take care of some project. I said, okay, chalo dekhte hain. Gaya 3-6-4 महीना किया, and then I could. The guy told me, no, you have to go into sales. See, now there is right. I'm telling you that yes, but preference, देखो, at least you should be clear after 3 or 4 months कि यार sales में जाने के लिए बोल रहे हैं. तो 6 months I said no, I think I'll skip it and I'll go for something else. Okay, so I quit. I came back. I think 1 month I was at home, and then peculiar, like I told you, सबसे नजदीक क्या है? गोवा. चलो गोवा में अप्लाई करते हैं. And then I got a job working for Cipla, and Cipla is a client, and McClellan was the company. Very low pay, but it was maintenance job. I said, let me start. That maintenance से production में तो जा ही सकते. So I said, okay, with production से operations. So that is what something you need to have some plans. Okay, so learn the basics. कैसा चलता है, कैसा इंडस्ट्री में कल्चर क्या है. So all this should be prepared. Find a job where you have passion and excel on it. Work with dedication and energy. Forget a few years for big salary. देखो, you earn 8,000, 10,000. उस पे 20% भी मिलेगा तो भी कितना होगा? Imagine nothing, right? So gain something and then find out. If you keep going 1 year, either 6 months, then again you find out something new. Okay, be ready for diversity within the organization. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. Within the organization, be ready with it. Okay, company says, okay, abhi tum production mein hai, I want you to go into quality. Go, no problem, go. Learn that as well. कल बोलेगा 3 साल के बाद में go into maintenance, go. It will help, guys. Okay. At the end, your job is not your life. Okay, it's a means to live your life. Be ready for 15 to 20% drop. If you are currently starting job, which used to be before COVID was I would say 15,000, 12,500, 15,000, 18,000, maybe 10%, something around 12,000, 13,000 is what something you can expect. But there are jobs, I told you previously. Okay, after all, I thought I should focus a bit on this. Coming to the slide ends, how to overcome rejections. Lockdown is a time wherein already people are scared, and you guys are fresh, so you'll be even more scared. So I thought to have this specific slide wherein it talks about how to overcome a failed interview or a rejection. Okay, see, have a vision. See, you should have a vision. Okay, what are you going to do? So don't let anything or anyone deter. Okay, this is what I am going to do. I am going to put my best. Right? Keep a positive mental attitude. Pick up the pieces and dust yourself off. Okay, when things have fallen out, don't remember, you weren't rejected, you were redirected. When I say redirected, it means not this company. Okay, I go for next company, maybe you can click it, right? Don't take it too personally. Okay, somebody is not assessing your personal worth or something like that. Okay, when somebody rejects, they are acting on there is a possibility you may find X and Y. Ye to sir mere se bhi zyada talented hai. No, I can't. If I get him here, he's going to take my chair. Forget. No, you are not doing possibilities. So don't take it personally that he rejected me, so something like that. All right, avoid overthinking. Don't torture yourself. I got rejected. Don't feel sorry for yourself and feel self-pity. Okay, see, normally what happens when you get rejected multiple times, you feel that you will go in a doubt, distress. It's going to be kya hoga mera? Okay, 3 months are gone. Okay, 6 months are gone. Nothing is in hand. Focus will help. Okay, focus is very important. Not only professional, personal, spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. That is very important. Please note these 4 things. Spirituality is important. Many say, oh, kya Bhagwan, have faith. Okay, Nothing is like, don't think nothing is, there's no God, or don't be that way. It doesn't go that way. Okay. Whenever you are in a very deep hurt, that God, okay, whatever it is, in whatever form, that is what helps you. Okay. I mean, whenever something bad happens, what do we normally say in our own languages? Definitely we say ayo devre. What it, so it comes. Okay. So spiritual, emotional, mental, physical maybe in terms of meditation, yoga, this can help, trust me. Okay. But don't get depressed, very important. Okay. 6 months, I told you, one of my friend, after 1.5 years he has got a job. But don't get depressed. Try, keep trying. Every no is just a closer to your yes. If one door closes, a better will open. So keep trying. Okay. And don't depend on something. Very important. Arey, that senior, he didn't help me. Nobody, neither your relatives, friends. This is what I've experienced. Okay. Nobody helps when there is a problem. You have to find solutions your own self. Okay. So what important is your emotional and mental quotient. Very important. Okay. See, how you get a job. Okay. After 6 months, you are asked to fire. Nobody knows. So keep in mind that it will be it's a part that rejections will happen. You may be rejected multiple times. Okay, till the time you retire, you never know, right? But it is painful. But eh, don't take it as a blessing in disguise. When I mean to say that, misfortune ho gaya. I think going, if it is, even if it is an interview, okay, I should have prayed to that God. Only then I would have cleared that interview. Don't do that. It's up to you. Okay, nobody can, or it's your knowledge which will help you to crack the interviews. Okay. Okay, in these times of pandemic outbreak, we're staying positive. Yes, I actually forgot to ask you at the start that are you guys all happy? Okay, don't tell me that you're sad. Okay, nothing to be sad, guys. Okay, I'm telling you, 6 months, wait for it. Prepare, keep preparing. You are going to get best. Rejection does not mean, very wonderful quote by Mark Hammond. Rejection does not mean you aren't good enough. It means the person failed to realize what you have to. Okay, so don't think, be positive and keep going. The last part of this presentation, I think we are, it's crossing. I don't know the limit of these sessions. How can I find a dream job or a career? Focus again. Keep the focus right. You should have a can do it attitude. You should be able to take risk. Research the company. I told you earlier how to research the companies, where you have to focus. Find the job you want through confidence. You find that, let me tell my own example. I told you 1 year I worked in McClellan at Goa. I was in maintenance. Then I joined Marico in Goa itself. I was in the interview, guys. I was asked, what role are you looking forward? Because there were two vacancies that time. This was 2011, and they asked me, there is one, wherein there is a, you have to check, you have to take care of a line, only a filling line, the bottle filling line of the parachute. Okay. And there is one more role where there's a big plant where the oil actually gets produced. So I was like, see, it's up to you, right? सिर्फ लाइन देखना था, झंझट कम था, करेक्ट. रिसिव लाइन देखना है, लॉगबुक भर दो, निकल जाओ, जॉब खत्म, शिफ्ट खत्म, दैट्स इट. But to be honest, I didn't opt for it. I said, I want to manage a team. I want a bigger role. See, I said it with confidence, and then actually I didn't realize during that time when I actually joined, there were two people. So one went in the filling line and I went in a large oil mill section. It was a complete big oil mill wherein I have to manage the whole operations. Okay. Of course, you have a mentor at every stage. Okay. ऐसा नहीं कि डाल दिया. And there was a production manager above me. Okay. Wonderful production manager who guided, who molded, right? Then again, role shift ho gaya. So confidence is something you should have the guts that I can do that. Okay, that's why I say can do it attitude rehna hai. The same cycle repeated. This happened. Then I said, okay, now this is what I have to go forward. I went for an interview with Godrej. Again, same role, completely new line, and nothing is ready. I have to do it from project erection, commissioning, documents, कुछ भी नहीं था. So challenge. I challenged myself. नहीं करेंगे. We'll do it. Of course, again I'm telling you, it's not the only you. You will have a mentor. You will have a team under you. So करेंगे. So should have that attitude. Okay. Take your confidence. देखो apply तो कर दिया. You applied for a testing engineer or a QC engineer. You went to an interview and you are not able to do nothing. Finished. What is your use? So the confidence you had during applying should be carried forward till that time you get the offer letter in your hand, guys. Okay. After joining, you can have some amount of lesser confidence or something. I would say. ठीक है, अरे ये तो बहुत कड़क था यार जब इंटरव्यू चल रहा था, अभी तो क्या कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा है. That's something which may happen, but be confident. Okay. So the apply to the offer letter should be confident, and even at the job try to take risk, do all forms of job. Okay, ऐसा नहीं कि I'm a BE engineer here, how can I do this lift this fitting job. किया है ना, first year में everybody has done, right? We have done filing and everything, right? So what's wrong? That's a lesson. Maybe we can take it. Be the solution to a problem. Don't always go to your boss and say ऐसा हो गया क्या करना है. So go with a solution. Even at the interview there can be scenarios given to you. Be prepared. How are you going to deal it? They will majority play with the emotional quotient. Be ready with that. Okay. At the last, I would say you don't have to be perfect. Okay, it doesn't. I mean, I'm as an individual, even me, I'm not perfect. I don't know what is going to happen next. Today I'm in this position. Tomorrow I don't know what is going to happen. So there can be things which may not go around or be in your favor. But I don't say that but don't lose hopes. And also I say not to be a perfection. Nobody is perfect. All right. So this is these are my key. I would say if you have to really find after all the session slides we went behind already, and now if you look forward, I think these are very core points. These 8 points or 7 points can help you to get a job even in this crisis. Okay. So that's it from my side, and I'm thankful to all the attendees, and I'm thankful to everyone who have attended. I hope this was helpful, and I think I see that attendees are still there, so and it is in full strength. So I'm really happy, and I feel proud actually again because this, I think 2 or 3 years back I was at the college and I had a chance to present there as well. That time that was more physical there, but now it is through a webinar. But I hope whatever I wanted to convey, I have conveyed to you guys, and I wish you all the best. Be brave and stay positive. Thank you, and open for questions.
Yeah, Ajit, can you hear me?
Yes, Rashmi.
This is Rashmi, okay? Right,
Yeah.
so thank you everybody for participating, and thank you the most that we were able to get to a time where our students are getting into all these crises with their thoughts and other things. So that was one great session from you. So dear all participants, you are all open for sending your questions in the question block. So I think you can see there, and you can send the questions online, or you can just send it to the mail you have registered us for. Then we will be forwarding those questions to Mr. Ajit Kamat, so that he can answer whenever he is available for, right? So also we'll be sending you a link for feedback, such that you can send your feedback, and definitely that will be generating you your participant certification as well. Okay, so just do check in your questions block, where you'll be receiving the feedback link. So do check there, and then fill it. It will be open till 5:30. Please let me remind you again, it will be just open till 5:30. So reply it as soon as possible, so before we close. So Ajit, so let's switch to the this mode.
Yeah. So anybody have any questions? Because you can, Rashmi can otherwise send you on WhatsApp if it is, because I'm not able to see questions. Is there any questions?
Yeah, there were some questions. Yeah, I think you can see it in the blog there, questions blog below. Yeah, you can see that some of the questions they have been, because then moreover they were, one of them is technical problem, and other is regarding how exactly we are going to do at the end of this, even if it doesn't get resolved. I think, can you see it?
Okay, you can repeat the question. I'm not able to check it in the one sec. No, I'm not able to.
Not available.
Um,
Okay.
if we face
So
some problem
yeah,
again for coming days, then
yeah,
what we
correct.
low cap? What is low cap? What do we do for low cap company?
Spelling mistake or something. But I think you are able to see the questions and the
Yes,
appreciations
yes.
you have received.
I think I have already, during my presentation, I have covered that, see, if we face, okay, if you are referring to a crisis, let me remind you, there was something similar crisis way back in 1918. Okay, there was a Spanish flu, which actually, which came during that time, and it also took a lot of lives. And the biggest issue was, yes, the people died. Those many people didn't die in wave one, but more people died in wave two. So there is possibility, but here, see, 1918 is something which was very, very old. I would say very way back. Today we are in 2020, and we are much more prepared for such things. There are many companies, big pharma companies working on this. So even if it comes, I think we will be prepared by that time. This whole lockdown thing, I mean, what do you feel? Why it was, we were under lockdown? Basically, government started to prepare itself, because India, that we are not so well, capable to handle such crises. Our infrastructure, hospitals are not so prepared. So government made a beautiful plan actually, that they prepare themselves, and they said, okay, guys, you be inside and we will do the things, we'll prepare ourselves here. So things, I mean, it will be, I mean, and it is most expected that by end of September, positively, these vaccines also should come, and we have to live with it, guys. There is no other option. And when I told you live it, I told you how do we live with it. Okay, take basic precautions and see, the wave has gone. Okay, now don't think that there will be another 3 months of lockdown. No, no. So there's no, there will not be issues, I think. Yeah.
Questions, please, you can just send it on our website, or maybe on our feedback link which you are having, so that we'll be forwarding it to Mr. Ajit, so that he can answer it later. Okay, so that was really kind of you all for attending actively. So we'll be switching it over, and thanks for attending.